to create your very first opt-in form. And in order to do that, we're going to sign into Flodesk. And so make sure to sign into Flodesk in the upper right hand corner. Make sure you're in the back office, and what you will see on the very top are 5 tabs. You may not see the checkouts yet, it is in beta form, but for purposes of this tutorial, we're going to go to that second tab called Forms. When you click on your forms, you're going to either see the forms you've already created, or if you've never created a form before, there will be nothing here. And you will click on this button right here called New Form. Now, before I do that, I want to show you just on the screen just a couple of opt-ins that I have created for my business. And the one that we're going to focus on today is that $25 off code that you can give someone in exchange for their email address. And so we're going to recreate this actual form, and I'm going to take you step by step on how to do that. Now, to get started, you're going to click over here in the black box that says New Form. So go ahead, you will click New Form. And Flodesk does such an amazing job at giving you these templates that are so easy to use that all you need to do is drag and drop, change the colors, change the fonts, change the pictures, and poof, you've got an opt-in form in probably under 5 minutes. And so for the example today, we're going to go over here on the left-hand side, and we're going to click Full Page Form, okay? There's many here. You can scroll up and down and check them all, but for time purposes, I am going to select this opt-in right here. We're going to go ahead and click it to customize. Okay, before we do that, before we actually go in and create that form, we need to know what list our subscriber will be added to when they complete the form. And so you get to create the name of that segment. And so you can come in here and type in $25 off code. I'm just going to put example here for this tutorial. Okay, so I will click this. Okay, and I'll hit save. So the next screen that pops up is going to show us this actual template. And at any time when you click on the form, you will see a blue outline that pops up on the screen, and that is telling you that you're in that actual box, and that's the box that's being edited. So for example, if I click on this box where an image would go, I click on it. On the right hand side, all of your edit features will pop up. Okay, so I want to add an image to this. I can simply click Upload Image. I can go out here and grab that image that I'm wanting. And so I need to go and find it here and just go over to my folders, and I select it here. And I'm going to grab this image right here and pop it in. Okay. And here I can change this text, and I can have it say anything that I want, but I'm going to say unlock $25 off code. Okay, I can come in here and I can change this text. I can actually just highlight a portion of the text, come over here and select whatever text that I want. You just play with it, make it you. The more that you do this, the more you're going to understand the features that are available to you, and you can make it as fancy as you want. But for now, we're going to simplify it. I'm going to use a Roboto font on the bottom. On the very top, I am going to use Freight Big Pro. And when I'm creating my forms, I love to go over here to these icons for that preview. And so I can see what this is going to look like in a mobile preview. I can go here and see what it's going to look like in a desktop preview. So I highly suggest you do this as you create your forms, because this is going to show you what it looks like from the outside. And so I can click here. Everything looks great. I like my spacing, looks good. I have no image that's popping up here, but I certainly can go back and I can turn that feature on. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Now, let's finish the second paragraph. And so I am going to come over here and select the box that I want here. I have a Word document here that I have all of my script. So I will go ahead and copy that text. And I'll come back over here and I will input that text here. Okay, just paste it in. Okay, now again, as you can see, I'm highlighting this box, which means that all of my edit features will show up on the right hand side of that screen. So here I can change the font on this. And again, Flodesk makes this so easy for you that if you want this particular font to be different than this font, you can do that. So I can still keep Freight Big Pro here. I can bold it, I can italic, I can underline it, I can do whatever I want. I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller. I can align it to go to the left, to the center, to the right. I can make it all caps. I can actually go in and I can change the line height and the line spacing. So you can play with that. Again, go back and forth, check your previews to make sure it's looking exactly the way that you want it to look. So I've got all of my stuff in here. I'm going to take a look and see what it looks like on that mobile preview. I do see that some of the spacing here is not to my liking, so I could go back over here, go change that line spacing or that line height, and I'm going to go a little bit bigger. Oops, wrong box. See, I got the blue right there. We want to go back over to this one and change that spacing, the line height. And let's just bump that up. Let's just bump that up to about a 1.2. I like 1.2. 1.2, 1.4. Okay, so there it is. Poof. Unlock $25 off code. I can also change this to the same font that is being used here, which is that Freight Big Pro. I can just highlight it all and say Freight Big Pro. Poof, there you go. Okay, check it out. Go back. Make sure you get out of the box to refresh it and then come back over so you can see it. Okay, there we go. Now, let's talk about the fields, where you're going to collect that data. These are the data fields that will be collected from the form that will then end up on the inside underneath your contact list. And typically what you will want to collect on an opt-in form is the first name, the last name, and the email address. You don't always have to do that last name. I just prefer to do it. So over here, by default on this form, the first name and the email address is already there. And I like to click required because it then tells the person filling out the form that it has to be filled out or they can't proceed. So I do want to add last name. Just move this last name right underneath first name. I want to click required. Okay, perfect. That's all done. Do I like the font? Let's go back over. Yep, we're going to keep the font what it is. You could change the color of the font. You can do whatever you want. Just have fun, go play. But like I said, these templates are all set up for you to just make a couple little clicks here and there and it's all ready to go. Let's look at that button. The button, see how I have that blue outline? I'm clicking on the button, go over to the right-hand side. You can select the style. You can have it be solid. You can have it be just an outline. So you can see that border color could be black here, and we've got to make sure that font, if I choose to use this, I want to have black font. So you just play with it. Okay, just play with it. I like to, kind of just select a solid color. My fill color is this color. My border color is this color. My font in this scenario, I could come back over here and make it white so that it does show up. So again, make sure that wherever you're trying to edit has a blue line around it, which then opens up your edit options here. Okay, so we're good to go. At this point, this form is looking really nice. And so the next thing that you do is you'll click on that next button. The next button then gives you some other options. And so that first question is, should we enable double opt-in? Typically, I don't. It is recommended for conversion, but when you're first getting set up, select no, and then you can always go back and play with that later. Again, click continue. When subscribers opt into this form, which means that they've actually completed the form and they've hit download code, then you can actually get a notification in your inbox that you've got a new subscriber, which I highly recommend that you do as you're building out your email list. This is a great way then to, maybe follow up with them. And especially if you're trying to grow your business, this is a great lead in to a private direct message on social media. The next one that pops up here is share your form. Actually, we're going to go back. I don't know why that didn't proceed correctly, but continue. Continue. Okay, after this form is submitted, you can either display a success message or you can redirect them via a web link. Now, in the instance of this opt-in, we want that deliverable to happen right away. And so when they click on download code, we want to take them to another place where your PDF file resides. And so I will take you over to Google Drive where I've got some stuff set up over here. I created a SAVVI folder that I use for my business, and anything that I want to be able to share, I put right here in this folder. And so I have SAVVI opt-in set up. I have my coupon code, and it's right here where I have that coupon PDF, okay? If you right click on it, you can share that file. So I can click share. I want to make sure that anyone with a link can open it. Make sure you do this. Otherwise, if it's unrestricted, they will not be able to open it, okay? We'll go and copy that link. This is the link you're going to use when you come back over here to Flodesk. And so I can say redirect to URL. I will say paste that link. Poof, there it is. And click continue. Okay, now I have this link I can share with anybody that I want. If they ask for my coupon code, I can say, absolutely, here's my link. Go ahead and add your information here, and that share code will pop right up on the screen for you, and then you can proceed and go shop. Now, you want to edit what that link preview looks like. So if you click here, right now, if you send that link, this is the image that pops up on the screen for them, and we don't want them to know that you're using Flodesk. We want to customize this, and so I can go in and I can customize this message right here to the right-hand side too. So let me show you how to do that. We can then edit that image, that meta image, and we're going to upload just a picture, whatever we want. I actually did a screenshot from my actual form, and I'm going to pop this in just so this is what they're seeing when I share my link. In the meta title, I could just simply put in here $25 off coupon code. And on my message, I could say simply add your email. Oh, you could say add your contact info, and the coupon code will be delivered immediately. Something like that, whatever you want, just make it you. And then click save. Okay, and so you can always take that link, you can, send it to yourself in Facebook Messenger or somebody else, and then you can see what I'm talking about as far as that metadata is concerned. But just play with it, go have fun with it. I will now take this link and I'm going to open up a new tab just so I can see this in action. So I'm going to copy and paste. There is my opt-in form. How beautiful. So simple. Let's test it. All right, I'm just going to do, let's just say I'm Michelle. Let's just say Smith. I don't know. And then we'll just put in an email address. And then I say download. And so as soon as I hit download, remember, we entered that hyperlink, that direct URL, so that when I click this, it should pop up on my screen. Okay, so poof, there is your deliverable. There is your PDF form that delivers right to their mobile device or their desktop. And you guys, this is so awesome because they get what they want. They get that shared 25 code. Right here, they can click to shop. That you're teaching them right away how to create that profile and get started. And then you're also making sure to educate them that they can become a wholesale customer and get that 25% off. And again, on this particular PDF document, you're showing them how to do it. Make it super, super simple. And again, if you want to customize this document, you can do that by simply adding in your own information so that when they click on this, it goes directly to your savvy.com site. So it's that simple. If you want to go back in and find your form, I always tell people in the upper left-hand corner, always click your F. It takes you back to your home screen, but poof, there's your form. You will see it right here. Okay, and if you again want to share that link, you can click these three dots and there is your link. Okay, if you ever want to check and see what it looks like, what that preview looks like, you can also do that. And this is where you can change your segments. So right now, we've got it as a $25 off code example, but if for some reason you wanted to create another list, you could do that there. Okay, Easy peasy, you can start collecting email addresses just like that. You've got a deliverable as far as a lead magnet that you're giving someone for free in exchange for their email address. And so this is just one example of how you can create an opt-in form and start building that email list today.